Here we go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Zagger-tastic stream. It is I, your friend, the one, the only Z, a single Zaggard, and I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, noon, night, evening, whatever time it is for you today. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den, my friends, and it is another wonderful, beautiful Fantasy Fridays here in the Dragon's Den. And I'm so excited to see each and every one of you here for another wonderful go-about of creating a Dungeons & Dragons world together with me and the chat. Now let's get our music started. D&D Tavern music. I did not have this ready because and we'll put that up there and then just... There we go. So everyone, how are you all doing today? Can you guys even hear it? Here, I'll turn it down on the... I'll turn it down for myself, but you guys can still hear it. Ironic. Usually streamers do it in the reverse to protect themselves, but I'm like, whatever. How are you all? Is everyone? I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to get here, but for now we'll just chat, and I have some exciting news that you may or not have been able to figure out all on your own by this point. I have a new camera. This is a brand new, well, not brand new. Like, I didn't buy it, sort of. It's a look, I can actually show you some of my, this coin I wanted to show you guys for a long time. Look, you can actually, come on, focus. Focus. There we go. Look at this. I can actually show off my camera and I become... Whoop. And then look. Oh, it's so nice. And you can actually see this now. You can actually see like the design of it and stuff instead of it just being a bright light like on my old camera. And even on the what do you call it? The vertical, the mobile version, you can see it a lot better. So it's really like... I'm really happy with this new camera so far. And you can see my new setup here. Let me turn off the chat so you can actually see the full setup. There is chat. So, oh, there's a Skrelp here. A Skrelpy. If you wanna catch a nice little Skrelp. So, this looks very different than you're probably used to if you've been here before. There used to be like a bunch of junk here, and then, you know, my desk, my stuff behind me, as you can see, still there. But Claire helped me reorganize everything, so a lot of my stuff has been put in that closet there, where you can see my name tag. And then we moved the we moved two major things. One, I used to have a coffee table here that held the TV, which you can see. That's what this big bar of black is. That's just the TV that we use for when we stream vertical with Andrew or other game, not vertical, when we stream with Andrew or other couch games like the newest Zelda game. It used to be a coffee table, and I realized it was taking up a bunch of room and I couldn't really use it. I was just putting stuff on it. So now it's I got a much smaller. It's like a fourth of as large, maybe not, maybe a third. I'll say a third. A third is like wide and thick, so, and it has shelves in it instead of it being a coffee table. So now I put all my stuff on there, all the gaming stuff, and it like cleared up so much room here. And then we moved the what do you call it? I have this chest here, this that I got on Amazon for holding board games, and we moved that over there and reorganized it. And so now there's like all this room in here that there used to not be. And it's not just like there's a mess that you can't see. It's literally like right off camera. It's like right off camera, but it used to be like a huge mess, and I would have to like shove everything in the corner so you guys could barely see it, if you saw it at all, or I'd shove it under that table and then I could never get to it. And now it's like I can get to everything pretty easily. And of course, again, the best part is I have this new camera here, so that's really great. So let's turn chat back on. There we go. Hello, chat. How are you all doing? We're letting people kind of get in as they come. Maybe we'll play some Deadlock. While we wait, we'll play a game or two. Although I don't want to wait that long. So you guys let me know what's going on. Oh, I didn't set up the gaming screen. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that in a minute. We'll do that in a minute for when we play Deadlock. Let's see if anybody in the Discord is here. Looks like nobody's on yet in the chat yet, so we'll play a game of Deadlock, let people come in, and if nobody comes in, then nobody comes in, and that's just how the stream goes. And we'll reuse the thumbnail for the next time. We'll see how. Did anybody reply? No. Maybe everybody's just busy because it's close to Halloween. These things happen. All right, let's open up Deadlock because I'll play a game of Deadlock. We'll play as a random character that I make up. Let's first set up the camera for here. Yeah, you guys can hear me, but you can't see my camera. So let's let me just copy that. Paste it there. We'll just put it in the corner for now. For now, it'll just be that. That'll be fine. Actually, I'll put it down here. What is this on? Huh. That was strange. Okay, let's open up Deadlock while we wait for people to stroll into the chat arena. Let's see, is this gonna scan it? There it is. There it be. There we be. What is that? Ah, trigger fire. Okay. And we'll turn off our music for now while we wait for people to stroll in. The tricky one. Hey, what's going on in this stream? So we were going to, we're waiting for people to come in for our Fantasy Fridays where we work on a D&D world together. But for now, while we're letting people come in, I'm going to play a game of Deadlock just to hang out, just mess around in Deadlock. If you guys want to hang out and watch me do that. How are you doing today? The tricky one here. I'll go back to the main cam. We'll go back to the main cam for now. That way we can chat with you. How you doing? As you can see, you're new. You just got here. You probably missed my announcement earlier, but I got a new camera. This is a brand stinking new camera. Like here, I'll show you off. I'll show off what part of what makes it so nice that I have this camera is. Well, for starters, it just looks really good. Like, I mean, look at this quality. This is a high quality camera. You can tell. Oh, okay. I'm doing good. That's good. Second, look at how good the focus is on this. The autofocus. Look at that. This is a Pokemon terrarium I got at TwitchCon a couple years ago. It's of my favorite Pokemon, Dragapult. Look at that zoom. Look at that focus. It's a little. Look at that. You can almost see it as good as I can in real life. Another thing that I have is I have this infinity ring. And I've always wanted to show chat what it says. I can't tell. Can you see what it says on there? Like, look at that. And on top of that, my my background. This has been in the background for like over a year. My favorite is Blastoise, but that's a really cool camera. Thank you. The fact that Blastoise is your favorite gives me huge respect because almost nobody admits Blastoise is their favorite. So so many people who like a Gen 1 Pokemon as their favorite are like, "Oh, Charizard or Mewtwo." Right? And it's like, "Yeah, those are cool." And it takes a while for chat to load on screen. Yeah, that's normal. That's pretty normal. That's the delayed latency. So when you type, there's like a full minute to 3 minutes between when you type it, I read it, and then it comes to you. So that's if there's a delay, that's really normal, like extremely normal for streams. Anyways, I like huge respect for saying Blastoise is your favorite because so many people are like Charizard or Mewtwo, and I get it; those two are super cool. Or some will say like Articuno or Eevee or Pikachu. Again, I get it, but it's like, come on. But then saying Blastoise, I see so many people who are like, I love Gen 1, but Blastoise is so ridiculous. It's got cannons on its back. That's so ridiculous. And I'm like, more ridiculous than a blob that can transform into anything? Or a talking Meowth? I know that's anime, but still, like a talking cat? Like, really? That's what's ridiculous? So saying Blastoise is your favorite, huge respect for that. I never noticed since normally there's loads of other people. I mean, there's a lot of people who love Blastoise still. I will say that because Gen 1 has obviously the most love. It's just Charizard and Mewtwo and Pikachu and Eevee get more love than anything else in Gen 1. So there's that. Anyways, let's get back to playing some Deadlock while we wait for other people to roll in here. We're queuing up for some Deadlock. The delay. Yeah, that's fair. You probably didn't notice the delay when there's usually more people. Okay, I'm playing a game of Ivy. I'm not going to try and speak the Spanish or do a Spanish accent. My Spanish accent ain't very good. Like, I can't even think, how would I do a Spanish accent? I've never practiced a Spanish accent. Except for maybe a Cortez kind of accent. I am Senor Cortez, and you shall bow to me. Nah, yeah, see, it's not good. It's not a good accent. I really should try more with it. Who's not loading in? Who's not loading in? What is this? I'm against guys. Almighty Gothmog, welcome. Lily, heyo. Now people are coming in. All right. We'll play this game of Deadlock. Hopefully it won't be too long, and then we'll go into D&D for everybody. It's me. I'm announcing a source for a paper. I'm annotating a source. Oh, nice. What's the source? What's this paper about? Is it about why pineapple does belong on pizza? Why? Why would you shoot me like that? Oh my god, I died to that. It's a PowerPoint more like, and it's about Haitian voodoo. Okay, so, but at what point does the paper talk about how pineapple belongs on pizza? I have a slightly nuanced opinion on pineapple on pizza. What nuanced how exactly? Some of the harder accents, but for a tip is talk a little quicker and slow on follow-through words like but and. So talk slower on like things like but and, but talk quicker in general. Okay, okay. But I honestly really do not like Geist.
I can take it. The story isn't over yet.
Wow, she's not good at shooting. No wonder she plays Geist.
Bet there's something good in the shop.
I shouldn't have done that. That was risky. She could have shot me. Not shot me, but blasted me with her spells. As the quality of the pizza increases, pineapple becomes increasingly obscene as a topping.
Welcome.
What do you mean by obscene as a topping? I don't understand. Oh, there's a Perkamon for people to catch.
Let me help. They're not bringing me down.
Whew. That was close. That was really close. At least my 3 came up in time. Also, just let you know I am Spanish as my grandmother's from Mexico. Nice. I'm pretty sure my great-grandmother was probably from somewhere around there. But the whole family tree thing is a little messed up on my family side because there's so much infighting in my family. It's a long story. I can't believe I killed her. How did I kill her like that?
I shall temper your spirit.
She's gonna come back soon, so I'm just gonna go by. I don't like pineapple, it's not by far my favorite, but it's okay, and I like the sweetness. I feel it's a bit much with ham as well, though. Yeah, I don't usually have it with ham. I have it with bacon. Having it with bacon is pretty good.
I'll throw in a freaky.
You know, yeah, I'll go slowing bullets for now.
I'm with you.
She'll be more scared to fight the one, the only, Zaggard. And then she kills me as soon as I see her. Poppycock. Where is she? Huh? Interesting time to pause the game. My opinion of pineapple on pizza is no. Pineapple on pizza is 100% a yes. It is delicious. This is not what Sweden does. They put bananas on it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but whatever. Seen being offensive or disgusting by accepted standards of morality and decency. So you're saying it becomes obscene if the pizza is already really good, but if the pizza's bad, then it's okay to put pineapple on it? Interesting. I just had an idea, a bacon sandwich, but instead of bread, it's bacon. I've had those before. We have something like that in California, except for instead of a sandwich, it's a burger. Might as well run a 3-minute ad while we're waiting. Broccoli on pizza, I can't stand, nor can I understand. Look, I understand any topping on pizza. But I'm also not a pizza purist like some people. Okay, so she did some decent damage to me. Those pauses kind of cucked me up, though, I'm not gonna lie. Pausing right when I was getting ready to, like, back off screwed up my rhythm. Oh, I didn't hit that? Damn, I'm bad at this game. I'm just straight bad. Let me scratch my back real quick. I'll let her break those. Better than giving her my tower.
Let's go for a ride.
Thankfully, my ult is not really that important. That's fair. It just seems weird, but fair. Yeah, no, like, again, I really don't mind if people don't like pineapple on pizza. It's the people who are like, you can't put it on pizza. How dare you? Like, pineapple didn't even used to have things like pepperoni, or pizza, pineapple. Pizza didn't used to have things like pepperoni on it. Now, that was mostly because of wealth and lack of accessibility to meats. But still, for many years, they didn't have that.
Purple Walker is under attack.
I'll save up. Oh, there goes my healing, right? I think I ended her healing right as well. Good, that means she won't have healing right for a bit. Or for...
The spirit is waiting to be claimed. Our blue walker is under attack. Our blue guardian has been destroyed.
This is risky. My health is super low.
Walker is under attack.
This Geist is not very good. She coasts by her abilities. She can't really land her shots that well. Pineapple pizza is a good thing. Pizza Hut or gas station pizza, it's fine. Papa John's or Domino's. It's outrageous to put on a more specialized pizza like Lou Milani's. I wouldn't say ridiculous, but I can definitely see the point you're trying to make.
Bought that off a Knickerbocker that was about to get his legs broken.
Connection charge. I agree. I feel some people can be too critical about things, and it seems that they want it to be their way personally. Yeah, there are definitely a lot of people like that. Since this is obviously not D&D, should I change the game? Yeah, change the game to Deadlock for now. And then we'll go back to D&D when we actually start doing D&D stuff. Thank you, Yuki. I can't believe I forgot to do that. At least I'm holding her off.
One step closer. I'll get him.
I shouldn't have reloaded there.
¿Creen que están ganando?
Yamato's blade strikes true. Our purple is under attack.
We got her. Thank you. Holy F. I did not see him coming in. He's having a little bit of trouble there, too. She's going to zoom back pretty quickly. So we'll push until we see that she's back up.
I'm a team player.
So.
I'll slow him down.
Well, she's got 2 people here. I got 2 on yellow, FYI. So if you want to push up your lanes, you're free to do so.
Good luck.
Rapid growth.
I messed it up. We'll get our Titanic magazine soon.
Walker is
I'll find them.
That one kill, or I should say death on her. Oh, I couldn't. She silenced me. She 100% silenced me. Finally done with annotation. Nice! Can a match box? I'm confused. What do you mean, can a match box? Yeah, I should get lifesteal bullets.
our yellow guardian has been destroyed.
Ha ha ha. I really gotta turn that off because I feel like it lets me know. It's not terrible. It's just
Sometimes friends need a lift. Throwing castle.
or maybe I'll just change the sound effect so it's less long. I know I had active reload on there, but I purposely chose not to.
Walker is under attack.
Your turn.
Walker is under attack.
Time to heal back up. You need to buy some Perkaballs, Lily. Stupid disarm.
Elegiste la pelea equivocada. Sometimes you have to make your own opportunities.
Our purple walker is under attack. Our purple walker has been defeated.
Okay, now I can actually start helping team.
I'll do my part. Together, Ivy. Slow 'em down. Necesitas mucho más que eso para matarme. No.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
I heard someone.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Yellow walker is under attack.
I couldn't do anything. Stupid. Okay, let's get our lifesteal bullets. Intensifying magazine. Don't think healing right's gonna do much no more. What are they mostly? They're going pretty heavy spirit, so let's get some improved spirit. I don't know. I never figured out how to do that. Do exclamation point poke help, and that'll tell you how to buy more Pokeballs.
Enemies have breached our stronghold.
I didn't realize they pushed this far.
Take
How bad did green do?
I'll get 'em. They think they're in control?
Well, I got ulted there. Not much I can do about that.
Oh, just wait till I get it going.
Yeah, you don't need to do the Lily. You don't need the carrots. It's just Pokeball in one word and then 30. You just typed it wrong, so it'd be like this. There you go.
People wouldn't last 2 hours in the tunnel.
Because the carrots are there to show the person what they need to type, but putting those into the thing confuses the bot, so it says, "Oh, that's not an item." That's the problem. It's like putting something in parentheses.
teamwork to stop them.
Yeah. How could you put the commands in the description of the YouTube stream so people know what commands work? Oh, I could do that. I never thought of that. But, which commands? Actually, I should probably just put in all the commands. Damn, we were talking about pizza. Now I really want to get pizza. Which I'll probably get anyways, because later I'm hanging out with Andrew. They're so fed, by the way. Treat yourself.
Will bolster your mind and spirit.
I'll slow 'em down.
I'm trying the Pokeball one and it isn't working. Type Poke Help. He's not. There isn't a Pokemon right now. That's why. I would have to order pizza already, except that I don't have much cash for a tip.
Slowing them.
Enemies have breached our stronghold.
Conseguiré.
Frickin' McGinnis.
Ready to fly?
Go unchecked. We only have one fight left.
Yeah, this is a rough game.
Stay strong, buddy.
See, I didn't even lose lane, really. It was just a hard lane.
Get your paws off me.
Yep. Hello, Alpha. Perfect timing. Now we can go back to the other one, or whatever. I'm just gonna close this out. That was a rough game. Yuki, Alpha, you guys have been here the longest. Oh, and Lily. Lily's been here a long time. Maybe we can work out an alternative tip payment. Hold up. Hold up. How many organs are we talking about? Like 4 or 5, or are we talking about like 6 or 7? Because 4 or 5 organs, that's not a bad tip, but 6 or 7, that's quite a few tips right there. Anyways, Yuki, have you noticed anything different about the stream so far? I want to see what if Yuki, Alpha, or Lily notice. Oh, and here, I'll write this in the Discord, but if you guys want to spam this at me in the general, reminder to add the commands to the stream description on YouTube. 3 kidneys, a liver, and half an esophagus. Well, okay, I'm a good delivery boy, but I'm not that good. What the heck? I just saw something that made me go, what the heck? The chat on the side. No green screen. Let's see if Yuki figures out, because it's not the green screen. The green screen is, it's here. It's just off camera. Like, you can see the corner of it right there. The green screen is only for when we play games on the TV, which is this here. Where's the chat? This right here. This is the TV where we play Devil May Cry and other games with Andrew, or the Zelda game. I mean, the camera has background blur that I've never noticed before. Yeah, because it's a new camera. Okay, I used to use, let me get it. For years, I used this very simple Logitech C920 webcam and this arm to hold it. That's still, and then I'm using a Brio for now for the whatever. I got a new camera. I got a Sony Alpha 5100. Or as people just call it for short, an A5100. So we got a new camera, so it actually has like good focus. Like, look at that. Look at that focus. Instant. And so you can actually see things when I show them to you, like this Dungeons and Dragons coin I've had for a while for giving inspiration. I want to start my first Ghost of Tsushima's playthrough. Any tips? Learn the parry mechanic. Practice that. The dodging mechanic is really hard. If you get good at that, you can really get some damage in, but the parry mechanic is the most important part. That's my tip. Also, just have fun with it. Just do what you would want to do. Don't worry about trying to do, like, finish the story a certain way. Just play it however you would play it. Look, you're going to lurk right when we're about to go and finish some D&D stuff. So, like, should I have wine with my popcorn? I mean, if you want to, I wouldn't, but that's up to you. All right, let us go to the screen. Now we can talk about Midpoint. We are finally here, chat. Are there any mods in the chat who can change it back to Dungeons and Dragons? Any mods to change it back real quick? Or I can do it. Not Dunfinians. Here, I changed it back. We're good. We're good. So, I will get everybody back up to speed on what this is. I try to on Fridays. I haven't done it in over a month. But on Fridays we do Fantasy Friday, where I, along with chat, create a Dungeons and Dragons world together, town by town, piece by piece, brick by brick. And so far we have made one full town called Dragon's Song. All those episodes are up on the, VOD's channel if you want to go see those. And right now we are at the end of creating our second town, Midpoint, which is a city in a desert location, which we named the Deshret, if you look right here. We named it the Deshret, which also means the Crimson Wastes, as it is a desert of red sand. Red sand as far as the eye can see. And so far, the world we have set together, the lore of how there's a parasect. If you want to try catching the parasect, go ahead now. I wish I could have gotten to one of these before that. I'd have something great for the desert. Well, we might come to the desert again, but so far for Midpoint, it is the city on the road to. It used to be the city on the road to nowhere, but then I realized, why don't we kind of mix it up? I realized this a couple days ago. So if anybody, do we have any One Piece readers here? If not, I'll just explain. There was One Piece is about them trying to find the ultimate treasure, the One Piece, and it is said to be on the island. For the longest time, we were told it was the island of Raftel, right? And then eventually we met one of the people who was with the Gold Roger, the guy who buried the treasure, and he said, no, it's not Laftel, it's Laugh-Tail, because when he got there and he saw what he was looking for, it made him laugh. So he decided to name the island Laugh-Tail. So for the longest time, people were calling it Laugh-Tail. And we were originally calling this the city on the road to nowhere. I don't want any, there we go, that's good. I didn't want any lyrics. Oh, Lily, caught the parasite, congratulations. Yeah, you type poke catch, not pokeball, tricky one, to try and catch it. And then poke catch is regular ball, and then poke catch great ball for great ball, poke catch ultra ball for ultra ball, and so on and so forth. Anyways, so we originally had Midpoint, the city on the road to nowhere, and they believe nowhere is the promised land. I decided we would change it from nowhere to Nahower, right? And then we could add into the lore that the first prophet ever said, there is, where we are going is nowhere. And they misheard him because he had such an accent. They thought he said Nahower. Nahower. So the city on the road to Nahower. And originally it's a city made of merchant caravans that were trying to trek the desert to nowhere. And so there's the here it has a special engineering device called the Water Engineer Transport, or the wet rails, as they like to call it. That's what the common folk call it, the wet rails. And it takes water from, see, it's on a mesa. If you know what a mesa is, here, I'll look at an image of a mesa for y'all. Or just Google what a mesa is. It's a kind of a plateau, sort of. And the town is on a mesa. And inside that mesa, there is infinite, fresh, clean water, which is very important in any area, any settlement. What they don't know is that it's actually because there is a water elemental who, way back in the days before man, the days before elves and dwarves and dragons, when the gods fought with the elementals, they trapped this elemental here. Its heart is trapped here, and it cannot reform. And that's what constantly creates their fresh water. They don't know about that. All they know is that there's a giant, like, kind of pool of fresh water. And then some of the stuff we added in is that it's not okay to wear gems in this society. They don't like people who wear gems because they see gems as part of a god that they worship. I don't know, where was it? I forgot where we wrote it. All right. It's also it's okay to wear sandals, or you must be barefoot. Ethmet, that's right. The god Ethmet. They believe he is the god connected to the earth and gems, and wearing gems are like wearing parts of his body, and they don't like that idea. Anyone here know the Wing Feather Saga books? I think you'd like the opening. Very on topic. Oh, interesting. Never heard of them. Write it in the Discord if you're part of the Discord. Let me know there. If you're not sure how to get there, just type !Discord. Anyways. Oh, we never answered this, did we? We'll just say yes. To save us some time. But the main faction, so what I want to do is I want to write the next 4 or more factions that rule this planet, this area. Let's just put D&D background music. So what are the 4 factions that rule this area? We have one faction. They are the, I forget where it's written. The followers of the sage, I believe we called them. The sage's souls. Does anybody remember what they were called? Yuki, Alpha, if either of you were here. Well, anyways, they're led. It is a group led by the Sage of the Sands, the Sage of the Sands recently died. And this is putting the whole area in a bit of distress. And what the Sage of the Sands does is they save all the history of their peoples. They memorize all of it in their head. And they are also the spiritual leader who leads the travelers to nowhere. Those are the people who are trying to get to Nahawer. I'm going to change this here. The travelers to Nahawer. Remember, that's their promised land. They believe that there actually is a paradise somewhere past the desert. And there are followers who believe you can find it one day, but only the Sage of the Sand can find it. And it is because he has what is believed the soul of the desert in him. And the Sage of the Sands is believed to have visions of the promised land and can lead you on the path to its location if they hold the right artifacts. And every Sage of the Sand, when they are anointed, gains glassy red eyes that are said to reflect the Deshret itself, the soul of the desert itself. And so since currently there's a collective grief because their sage died. And he didn't just die of natural causes. He didn't just die when he got too old. He was murdered by someone. Nobody knows who. He was poisoned. And who he was poisoned by was his most trusted attendant. And the reason is because they were in the middle of picking the next Sage of the Sand. See, every generation, the Sage of the Sand is selected by the previous Sage of the Sand and the different factions within the travelers on the road to Nahawer. The travelers to Nahawer. And only the living sage can pick the next sage, because they are the only one who can see the soul of the desert in the next person. And for many years, for like several decades, they had been trying to find one. Each faction had been trying to present one, and he kept rejecting them, at rejection after rejection after rejection, for a long time, maybe just for 10 years. And every month they would try to do this trial, and he would reject them, saying they do not have the soul of the desert. But secretly, he did find someone who he wanted to make the soul of the next Sage of the Sands. But he kept it in secret for two reasons. One, this person comes from a lower class family. People would have a hard time accepting a child from a lower class family. And two, it is a young girl. No one would accept that because every Sage of the Sand in recorded history has been a man. Having it be a girl, he knew they would not accept it unless she could prove herself. So he needed to teach her what was all she needed to know. So she had been teaching her in secret, and no one knew except for her and him what she was teaching him. And then his trusted attendant found out and knew this would shatter their faction. This would shatter their whole belief system. And so he poisoned him. But no one knows he's poisoned him. And the player, and this is for Dungeons & Dragons, so the players can, if they...
Sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll
Love
see
you.
tonight. Love you.
Do you want me to lock the door for you?
If you don't mind.
Sorry about that, chat. We'll be putting it in book talk. Thank you. Question, do the red eyes cause them to see things in a red tint? That's up to whoever's DMing. Because it wouldn't be a player. This is an NPC. But anyways, back to... So he found out and poisoned him. And then you can set up clues for the players to find this information. And how they... and then if the players want, they can choose to either appoint the person that... the girl... or someone from the other factions if they want. That's how it would play out for you to allow your players to do this. The what now? I was explaining everything about about Midpoint. So now we have the next section. So while we've been gone, I've been looking up. I've been thinking of some faction ideas because I realize part of our problem is I just go, okay, guys, what are some factions? And then I just leave it up to you, right? So instead, I came up with some faction ideas, and you guys will vote on which 5 you like the most. And then we will morph them, change them to make them more like what we like. So the first faction, the Sunward Alliance. All right. Wait, I don't want this to be colored right away. No fill. All right. They are a coalition of merchants and traders who control the majority of trade routes, focusing on fair trade and mutual protection. We'll just write that for now. They control the trade in the city. Faction 2. Well, obviously, one of our factions is Travelers to... I changed it from nowhere to nowhere. So that way people aren't like, oh, we're going nowhere. It's, you know, it sounds more mystical this way, and it's kind of like Laugh Tale in One Piece, if you know what I mean, Yuki. Those who follow the Sage of the Sands to the promised This one we will do a fill. Not where approved. Yeah, having us make factions is Monka sometimes. Yeah. So I decided I'd come up with 20 factions. The next is the Sand Wanderers. Or Sand Wardens. Guardians of ancient ruins and secrets buried beneath the sands. This one is similar to the Travelers to Nahwer, as the Sage of the Sands kind of does the saves the history and stuff. But we'll add this one in, see if people want to have kind of double up. Then we have the Oasis Keepers. A group that manages and protects the sacred water sources. And we won't say if they're fair or not. We'll just say they're the ones who would protect the wet system, and they may or may not know the secret of the heart that creates the water. Perfect time. An unidentified ghost appeared. Ooh, I'm catching this. I forgot we called it the wet system. Yes, it was the water engineered transport rails. Did my message show up, by the way, Yuki? I hope I caught it. You got to do exclamation point. Wait, tricky one. Are you on YouTube or Twitch? Because if you're on YouTube, I don't know if you can catch it. Yeah, you're on YouTube, aren't you? Because it would be... Yeah. I don't think I have the bot connected. The bot is only on Twitch. Because it's a Twitch add-on. Unfortunately. The next is the Scorpion Clan, a nomadic tribe known for their guerrilla tactics and survival skills. Big Sag. I see. Very well then. I wish I could add it to YouTube, but I literally am unable to because it is made... It's made for Twitch. Blame YouTube and Twitch for not working together to add these things together. If you want to blame somebody. It's like why we can't see... So next we have the Scorpion Clan. Then we have the Brotherhood of Dunes, a mystical order of monks who practice elemental magic. I don't need the full thing. Finally, we have the... Not finally. What am I saying? There's still, like, so many more. Here, let me just type all these in, and then we'll go through them one by one. Okay, let me just, oh my god. Holy heck, I forgot I wrote down 20 different groups. Can you not? It's like, you can't do that. Why? I've done this hundreds of times. Yeah, but I don't like when you do it now. I literally just over the last few weeks, whenever I'd get bored, I'd come up with a new one and write it down. Okay. So, where were we last? We're at the Brotherhood of Dunes, a mystical order of monks. The Dusty Library, a secretive group of scholars and wizards who gather ancient knowledge and forbidden tomes hidden in the desert. We have the Caravaneers, a network of caravan leaders and drivers who specialize in navigating treacherous desert and connecting distant communities. The Ember Cycle, a cult dedicated to a fire deity, believing that the desert's harsh conditions are a test of faith and resilience. The Mirage Syndicate, a shadowy organization involved in smuggling and espionage, using illusion magic to disguise their activities. The Wind Raiders, a faction of skilled riders and beast tamers who use giant lizards and other desert creatures for travel and trade. The Desert's Edge, a militant faction advocating for aggressive expansion into neighboring territories, believing in the desert's superiority. Question of the day, what would your role be in an apocalypse? My role would be organ harvested. Not harvester, harvested. I'd be harvested for my organs. In other words, my role is ass jerky. I'm the ass jerky. Silver Veil, a group of spies and information brokers trading secrets for profit and political advantage. Then we have the sand sculptors, artists, and craftsmen who create intricate sand sculptures and art. The Hollowed Ones, a nomadic group of outcasts and hermits who have turned into a survivalist lifestyle, often shunned by society. The Cactus Brotherhood, herbalists and healers who use their desert flora for potions and remedies. The Lost Children of the Dunes, a faction of orphaned youth who have banded together for survival. The Searing Fangs, a faction of raiders and bandits who ambush caravans, living by the law of strength and fear. The Stalwart Watchers, or the Star Watchers, astronomers who navigators who study the night sky for omens, believing stars guide their fate. The Bone Collectors, a group that scavenges the desert for remains, using bones for crafting and rituals, believing that the dead hold power. The Sacred Sands, our final one, a religious order devoted to a deity of the desert, conducting rituals to ensure rain and fertility in their parched lands. I like to think I'm smart enough for being the planner strategist, but that's just copium. Look, so long as you're not ass jerky. All right, guys, we only have 30 minutes left because I do have to get going to a thing, and I have to be there before 6:30. Put the intro of the Wingfeather Saga in the Discord. Oh, I was just having you tell me about the Wingfeather Saga, and I'd look into it. But thank you for putting the whole thing. Holy squakamole. Let me see. How long is this intro? Oh, it's not bad. That's what, a thick paragraph. Oh, it's about 2 sentences. 3 sentences? Good summary. How do I vote? So, let's first, how many people want the Sunward Alliance? Let's, I'll give you guys a few minutes to look over these. Let me zoom in so it's easier to see. Let me just move that. And these guys will color orange. So these guys in orange. Okay, so we have one for the Sunward Alliance. I'll put a 1. All right. So you guys tell me which of these you find the most interesting. Just name the one you find the most interesting, and we'll see who gets votes. We will only be using a maximum of 5 of these 20 factions I come up with, by the way. So 15 of them will be deleted from history. So we don't get pings. So if you want me to read over them again, I will. The Sunward Alliance is Dusty Library. We see a vote for Dusty Library. I like the Sunward Alliance, but I think it would be good to give them a rival, yet lesser faction. Okay, so for now, we'll give 2 votes for Sunward Alliance and 1 for Dusty Library. The Caravanners. Yeah. All right. I agree with Alpha that there should be they should have a rival or less. Wait, what? Alpha's not the one that said that. Almighty Gothmog is. I like 1, 3, and the Sand Sculptors. Okay, so we have 3 for Sunward Alliance. A lot of people like the Sunward Alliance, so we're probably keeping them. The Sculptors. Where was that one? Here it is. Is that 5 factions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if we don't get votes for any other factions, always good to have a trading faction. Agreed. The Sand Wardens. Ah, someone said the Sand Wardens. Hello, Hellspawn. Welcome to the stream. Sand Wardens. Where was that? Am I blind? Cactus Brotherhood. Lost Children. Am I actually just... Ah, there it is. The Caravanners are in. Cool. Under number 3. Ah, yeah, okay, got it. No, it's not number 3. That's just how many people... This is how many... The numbers here are how many people voted. Can we vote multiple times? Yeah, you can vote multiple times. But I'll say... Try to keep it down to 5 or 3. Let's see. Herbalists and Flying Lizard Guides. Okay, I know the Herbalists... Desert Remains, Bones, Navigators, Bandits, Orphan Youth, Herbalists. There it is. Where was the Flying Lizards, guys? Which one's the Flying Lizards one, Yuki? If I had my phone hand over to a friend, can he get a vote? Sure, he can get as many votes as he wants. Or give him 5 votes as well, as I'd say. The more the merrier. The Lost Children of the Dunes. Okay. So the only one we for sure locked in is the Sunward Alliance. Everyone else has a 1, 1, 1, 1. Could function as the second faction. Oh, we've got 2 for the Caravanners. I think, right? Double checking. Yep, 2 for the Caravanners. Unless Yuki was agreeing with the... Oh. Never mind. Okay, so the Caravanners and the Sunward Alliance are in. Cool. Cool. I'm just going to lock those in now. Until we start getting other factions that get more votes. We're locking... Here, I'll put them in... What's a different color? Let's put them in light blue. All right, so... Looks like... The Oasis Keepers. Someone said they like the Oasis Keepers. Where is it? So we got 2 for Oasis Keepers. Sand Sculptors, Oasis Keepers, and Dusty Librarians. Okay, so that's 3 for Oasis Keepers, so that's probably going to lock that in. Sand Sculptors got a second vote. and dusty librarians. Okay, so that's 3. We can only have 2 final locked-in slots so far. Well, not final. These are until something outvotes it. All right, I'm going to give everyone 30 more seconds while I fiddle around on my phone, typing in 30 seconds. And whichever one of these factions does not have a vote by the end of this, we're going to delete. And we're going to keep only the ones that have votes. The Wind Riders. Okay. Wind Riders. However, if people just end up trying to like save all the other ones, I'm just going to start deleting them now. So, Brother would be Cactus Brotherhood, Oasis Keepers, and the Star Watchers. Have you already said the... I'm just double checking to make sure you're not double voting one. 1 and 3. Cactus Brotherhood. Where was that? Oasis Keepers. What a mix of music. We got another person who said the Sand Sculptures. I just saw that. Where was the... Did I already click the Cactus Brotherhood? I'm trying to find it. Oh, is that a third person? No, that's the second person in the Cactus. Everybody who said Cactus Brotherhood, just say... type Cactus real quick for me, just so I don't miss it. Oasis Keepers, Star Watchers. Oops. And he said... Oasis Keepers. Where's that? We got 4 for Oasis Keepers. Okay, okay. The Star Watchers get my vote because of Dragon Prince. I think I read the Dragon Prince and I couldn't finish it. I wasn't a huge fan of it unless it's a... Oh, are you thinking of the Dragon Prince, the TV show, not the book? Yeah, I think I got all of those from you, Almighty Gothmog. The Star Watchers. Where's the Star? Let's see if anyone besides the tricky one did the Star Watchers. I'm just double checking because I see a single vote. Yep, Almighty Gothmog. So, where was it? So we have 2 for the Star Watchers. All right, all right. I should have just done 10 seconds instead of 30. So we're just gonna wait for this to get down. Oh, I put 30 minutes instead of 30 seconds. It's a long time. Wait, was I trying to do 30 minutes? Holy heck, my brain. I can't decide. I like them all. Just curious, anyone know what my name is from? I do not, unfortunately. All right. I'm going to say, I'll give you guys 1 more minute. I'll give you guys 1 more minute. To list off any others that you have not already listed, and then we will start deleting the unvoted. And then we're going to make the ones that are voted fight for attention. And convince my friend to also do Star Watchers. Sure. Look, if you can convince him to vote for your side, that's politics, man. You know, that's politics. If your organization can last, you've won the politics, my friend. All right, and your time is up, everyone. I'm gonna set this to 3 minutes. The next time I want to do this, we'll do a 3-minute thing. Add an almighty, but Gothmog was the Lord of Balrogs from the world of... Oh, the Lord of the Balrogs. I had a friend, by the way. This is going to tilt you as a fan of Lord of the Rings. We were all talking about stuff, and we brought up, I brought up Lord of the Rings because I had recently watched it for the first time as an adult. And I'm gonna run a 1-minute ad while I tell this story. And he kept saying what was he saying? Bogrlog. He kept saying like Balgrog. Like he was saying the name wrong, and I was like, it's Balrog. And I don't think he realized that he was saying it wrong until I was like, Sela. I don't want to say which friend. Until I was like, friend. This is like it's Balrog. 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 Or Balrog. Did I say Bal? Yeah, that's what it. And then of course she started doing it on purpose. All right. So we're getting rid of the sacred sands. They no longer exist. Nor the bone collectors. The searing fangs. The silver veil. The desert's edge. The mirage syndicate. The ember cycle. The brotherhood of dunes. Or the scorpion clan. I already outed them? It's true I did, but you don't know who that is. That's a nickname, not a full name. I actually like that. So you're interesting. So you're saying you are the leader of the Balrogs. That's pretty cool. All right, so those are I'm going to clear these. These are all the factions that are left. Yet the non-canon. Yeah, it's probably non-canon. The Lord of the Rings is very interesting. There's a lot of canon and there's a lot of like semi-canon. All right, so these are the ones we have left. We have the Sunward Alliance, the coalition of merchants and traders who control the major trade routes. The Sand Wardens, guardians of ancient ruins and secrets buried beneath the sands. The Oasis Keepers, the group that manages and protects the wet system and all the sacred water sources. The Dusty Library, a secretive group of scholars and wizards who gather ancient knowledge from the sands. The Caravanners, a network of caravan leaders and drivers who specialize in navigating treacherous desert and connecting distant communities. The Wind Riders, a faction of skilled riders and beast tamers who use giant lizards and other desert creatures to roam the desert. The Sand Sculptors, artists and craftsmen who create intricate sand sculptures and art, using their work to tell stories and preserve culture. The Hallowed Ones, a nomadic group. Oh wait, nope, this one actually does not survive. No one voted for the Hallowed Ones, right? Is only equal as the army of Melkor. In the army of Melkor is Sauron. Really? He must be a really strong angel then, or fallen angel. Not yet. Like Throwhard was Sauron. I was making a joke about you deleting the ones you didn't get a vote. Ah. Right. Yeah, it looks like no one got a voted for this one. The Cactus Brotherhood, herbalists and healers who use the desert flora for potions and remedies. The Lost Children of the Dunes, a faction orphan youth who have banded together for survival, using wits to thrive in harsh environment. And finally, the Star Watchers, astronomers and navigators who study the night sky for omens, believing the stars guide their fate. All right. Only 4 of these factions will survive, everyone. 4 of these factions will survive. So, let us begin voting between... Let's put all the top voted ones. This is where I'm going to be really evil. I'm going to be really, really evil to you guys right here. Let's... I wonder if Yuki can tell what I'm doing. I feel like he understands my mind. Huh. Interesting. All right. Torment arc time. Star Watchers. Oasis Keeper scan sculptures of the Dusty Library. I'm willing to make deals with anyone to get votes. All right. First, we're going to make the bottom three fight for attention. So, if you're on Twitch, you'll be able to use the poll feature. If not, you'll be able to, you can just type 1, 2, or 3. This one will be 1. This one will be 2. And this one will be 3. Which faction survives? The Lost Children of the Dunes? The Sand Wardens? Or the Wind Riders? Make your votes now. We will vote for 5 minutes. Oh, sorry, we weren't voting yet. It's fine. This sadistic bastard. All right. So do the children survive? Do the Sand Wardens? Or do the Wind Riders? Which faction shall survive the voting? As resources are limited and space is scarce, only one faction can control the lands of the Deshret and the Mesa at Midpoint. Only one can have the power to survive. What the haps? Hi, Albert. We're voting which of these... So we're creating our factions in our Dungeons & Dragons world, just to catch everybody up. Our faction for our town called Midpoint. And right now, these groups are the factions that we wrote in. And people voted which ones they liked the most. The Oasis Keeper got 4 votes. These ones got 3, these ones got 2, and these ones all got 1. And now we're voting which of these ones that only had 1 vote survives. So, I'll read them again to anyone who's unsure. The first one is the Lost Children of the Dunes. This is a faction of orphaned youth who band together for survival, using their wits to thrive in the harsh environment of the Deshret, the Great Desert. The second group is the Sand Wardens, guardians of ancient ruins and secrets buried beneath the sands. And finally, the Wind Riders, a faction of skilled riders and beast tamers who use giant lizards and other desert creatures for travel and trade. I'm selling my vote if you will vote with me when the time comes. All right. So who is... I like the town kids in Fallout 3. All right, so that's 1. We've got 1 for... Here, I'll write it here. 1, 2, and 3. That's how I'm going to remember it. That's just the best way for me to remember it. If people write down in the chat. So who wants to buy Tricky One's vote? I like the library peeps. Which one's the library peeps? We're not doing that one. We're doing these 3. These 3 right here. Here, I'll put them in red so we know which ones we're doing. So you know who's on the chopping block. I just can't see too well. Then I will zoom in even more. Yeah, I think that's enough. There. Now can you see? My computer is small. So which group? So far, I think people are probably voting in the Twitch poll. Just remember, you can get tricky ones vote. 3. 1 vote for 3. I like 3. Currently, Albert is fighting with Lily over whether the children live or the Wind Riders live. I shall purchase your vote, tricky one. All right, who are you voting for then, Yuki? So I can write it down. A Sinisty, perfect time. Da 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 da. Does Tricky One want this vote or a different one? If we have 5 factions, I think it should be 2 commerce, 1 knowledge, 1 service, and 1 combat. Tricky One, Yuki says he's buying your vote, so Yuki, where do you want him to place his vote? That means you have to I think he's saying you have to vote with him later though. That's what it means. Wind Riders. I accept. Okay, we have 3 votes for Wind Riders. Let's see what the results are on Twitch. Oh, damn. Wind Riders destroyed. What was there? 5 votes for the Wind Riders. Rip Albert. Rip Albert. All right, the Wind Riders live. Congratulations. The Wind Riders have become a faction. And the children of the sand, the children of the dunes and the sand wardens are no longer here. They have gone, much like the sand in the wind. Next, we have... So we only have 2 to vote in the second most popular. So I'm going to do something a little saucy here. We're actually going to start with these 3, or these 4. We're going to vote between 4 factions this time. However, whoever gets the second most votes can survive to the next poll. So whoever gets the first most will be fine. Whoever gets the second most will survive. So, let's do a new poll. The surviving factions. First, the Caravanners. Then the Sand Sculptors. Then the Sunward Alliance. Then the Star Watchers. And we will put them as 1, 2, 3, and 4. Actually, I'll just put these next to each other. No need to put a space there for me. All right. Begin You're voting in 3, 2. You can vote for up to 2. You can vote for up to 2. I didn't know what the tricky one wants me to vote for. That is a tricky situation you've been put in, Yuki, isn't it? Can I just put 2 votes into Star Watchers then? Interesting. You really want the Star Watchers. I only like them. Sure, I'll say that. You can put 2 into 1. I love astronomy. Astronomy. I too love astronomy. I know that's not how it's spelled. I just want to say that because it's funny. He said ash. We'll vote for the Star Watchers and the Sand Sculptors. Oh. So 2 and 4. Yuki, do you vote along with him? Poll only lets you do 1. Yeah, type it in the chat. Do your poll one first. If I let you do multiple votes, it means you can vote multiple times in one area, so. Almighty says 1 and 3. Oops. Who would possibly like astronomy? Says an astronomy major. Yuki, which one are you putting your votes in again? Are you going with what Tricky One said? Star Watchers and Sand Sculptors? Sand Sculptors. The Sunward Alliance. Hellspawn says his second one is, which one is that? 3. I'm a total night child. He has to, that was the deal. No, I'm just confirming to see if he breaks his deal. Yuki. Honestly, I love the stars, but I'm smarter with money. Well, knowing the stars does require... Hold up, what? You're going with the Tricky One's votes here, right? Play lots of Civ and Age of Empires. He said you're voting for 4 and 2. The Sand Sculptors and the Star Watchers. Okay. Looks like we have a tie between 2 of them. These guys will, the 2 that tied will have to fight it off again. Approved. 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 Anybody know that meme? One of the best memes of our generation. One of the best memes of the generation. I have to agree with both choices. I'm not the one who's making this deal. You guys are. I mean, you technically only gave up 1 vote, right? So logically, you should only have to give up 1 vote. Heck nah. He says he'll agree with 1. Ooh. So that means one of these is losing a vote. So which one do you want more? You guys got 10 seconds left. I'll let this deal play out. He's giving he's saying that he's giving up a single vote, but not 2 votes. So which one do you want the most tricky one out of those 2 votes? The fact that they were allowed multiple was found out later, so I get both his votes. Oh, people voted the Caravanners in the YouTube poll? How many people? 2? Which one was the Caravanners? I love this political nonsense. Ooh. Looks like unless you give up your unless he gives up his vote, the Sand Sculptors and the Sunward Alliance are both deleted. What's 3 again? The Sunward Alliance. So it goes Caravanners, Sand Sculptors, Sunward Alliance, Star Watchers. Monka S. I know everybody really liked the Sunward Alliance at first. They were like, yes, that one. And then the Star Watchers. Then the Oasis Keepers just knocked him out of the park. Somehow 4 people were like, I like the Oasis Keepers. Just out of nowhere. This one started so strong. I give my vote for Star Watchers and vote for Sand Sculptors. All right, Yuki. Where do you put your new vote? Where do you put your new vote, Yuki? If this ties, I'm just gonna flip a coin. I'm just gonna let you guys know this right now. I'm gonna totally flip. No, I'll roll a dice. They're my favorite. Sand Sculptors and Yuki vote for Star Watchers. Okay, we gotta end this soon. That's my alarm to get going. Yuki, Yuki, Yuki. Before I have to leave. So let's see. Tricky One votes for... Okay. Yuki, what's your last vote going to be for? Which of these? Your final vote. One of these will have to die. And if you guys want to leave it up to chance. He still has his your second vote. Your first vote was used for Star Watchers. Wait, I think that actually puts this at 4 and this at 2. Yeah. So astronomy. Star Watchers gets your vote. Okay, then. Then the 2 that shall be gone are the Sand Sculptors and the Sunward Alliance. So goodbye, Sculptors of Sand, and goodbye, Sunward Alliance. Okay. Let me... Okay, that puts this at 3 then. Because you're using 2 votes for that. So regardless, the Sunward Alliance is gone. So now we're down to 3 again. I say Dusty Library dies. Never trust secretive magic users. And also, what's 3? Wait. Okay, so this was 5. There we go. This is how the voting turned out. So the Sunward Alliance is gone. We're left with the Caravanners, the Sand Sculptors, and the Star Watchers. Because we had 2 that tied. So the Star Watchers, we're going to say, are survived. We'll say they at least go to the next round. Whatever. We'll leave it like that. Let's see. Who's left? Okay, we're going to start speeding this up since I'm running out of time. So now 3 minutes to vote. Caravanners or Sand Sculptors? I had some pizza today and I'm about to become a wind rider. No cap. Nice one, Albert. We're just going to vote in the chat to make it faster. We get 1 for Sand Sculptors. One for Caravanners. Actually, I'm going to change the color of this cell. Just because I want to... There, purple for Royal. Another one for Sand Sculptors. That's 2 more for Caravanners, so this goes up to 3. I think that's everybody who's voting, right? Let me see. How many would that leave us with? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would leave us with 6. I don't like doing even numbers. Oh, we could do 6. You didn't count Hellspawns? What was Hellspawns? Sand Sculptors? Didn't I count it? Let me do it again. Let's see. Yuki was the first one, so 1 for Caravanners. 1 on 1. 2, 3. No, I counted Hellspawns. His was the Sand Sculptors, which is 1. So there's, let's see. For the Caravanners. Oh no, he said Sand Sculptors. Wait. I only see 2 for Sand Sculptors right now. Okay, I'm gonna start again. Yuki went Caravanners. Then Tricky One went Sand Sculptors. Hellspawn went Sand Sculptors. And then Alpha and Gothmog went Caravanners. Yeah, you went Tricky One. You said Sand Sculptors. So it's 3-2. So it looks like the Caravanners... looks like the Caravanners survive. The Sand Sculptors do not. We got a lot of people who are just like... Their whole job is just riding through the desert. Okay, let's see what we have left. I thought I saw another for sand sculptures. No, it's okay. It's all good. We all missee things. It's hard even from my side, so don't even worry about it. I have like God vision. I still can't see everything. All right. Chat, to speed this up, I'm going to ask you. Does anybody... So I'm thinking, so we already have 2. I mean, we could have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to let both of these... They're going to lock in. The Star Watchers and the Oasis Keeper, they're going to lock in. God vision. And then we'll let the caravan leaders lock in because of time reasons. And finally, we will vote between the Cactus Brotherhood or the Dusty Library. All right, chat. You have 3 minutes. Let me see what you thought. God vision, lol. The Dusty Library must die when wizards get sick. Secretive, it usually means a lich or a mind flayer are involved. What about the Brotherhood of Steel? I know it's a completely different universe, but in the same concept. I love healing in libraries, damn it. We need the Cactus Brotherhood because drugs. I must say cactus. Is that 2? Is that 3 for cactus? Is that 3 for cactus immediately? And then 1 for library. I love democracy. Let's see. Alpha said get rid of Dusty Library, so that counts as cactus. And then I see he said it again. Lily said cactus. Yuki said cactus. And Hellspawn said cactus. Cactus gang. All right, that looks like that looks like that's the vote. And unless anybody wants to say otherwise. I'll give you your fair 1 minute and 45 seconds to explain why the Dusty Library should survive, or to vote in Dusty Library. These can have a base that's a library made in the skeleton on a giant saguaro cactus. Interesting. No, my library. I vote cactus. Wait, is that 5 votes for cactus? Is that just straight 5 votes for cactus? Feels bad, man. Make your case. His case is, no, my library. Big Sag. Sometimes this happens. Sometimes we're not sure. All right, got 50 seconds if anybody else wants to vote library. Although everybody was like, drugs, healing, but evil scholars. It had to be done. If you notice, Hero do leave a wooden skeleton when they die. I did know that, actually. The people have spoken. Angry Meatball votes library. Ooh. Goodbye, Secret Wizards. Your Lich Master shall not prevail. What are we doing? Angry Meatball is just like, I'm just coming in. I'm doing whatever. Why'd your name have to be food? I'm so hungry right now. It must be cactus. Drink cactus juice. It'll quench ya. Nothing's quenchier. It's the quenchiest. Of course, of course. We're voting to see which factions survived in our And it looks like the Cactus Brotherhood survived. So we came out with not 5, but 6 factions. The Travelers to Nahawer, the Wind Riders, the Caravanners, the Star Watchers, the Oasis Keepers, and the Cactus Brotherhood. These are the factions of Midpoint, which I will expand upon in the next one. Is this Google Sheets? It's Excel. This is on Excel. Saved on my personal computer. Look at all the stuff we've written down for them. Holy heck. Will this town have a branch of the Magic Bean? Maybe. We'll think about it. We'll get to it. That's even more impressive. Thank you. We worked together with chat to make it. I'm going to try and make this a weekly thing like we used to do for a while. Fantasy Fridays, where we come together with chat and work on these things together. Here we go. I have a question on how you would rule something in D&D. Okay, what are we trying to rule? Just keep in mind that my opinion might be different than your DMs or players. It depends on how this comes out, and then I will have to leave right away as soon as I answer. So what are we ruling, chat? And I will go to the full cam. I'm so happy with my new camera. I won't need to hear the response during the ads. Ads? Oh, well, it's going to end in 20 seconds. At least that's what it's saying. Yeah. I think I remember your Magic Bean idea. Could I use a decanter of endless water as a propulsion system? Okay, let me look at what a decanter of endless water does. Flash machine. To remove the stopper and speak one of the 3 command words, whereupon an amount of fresh water. If the water stops pouring out at the start of your next turn, choose from the following. Produces 1 gallon of water. I would say, since one of the uses for it is that it can release 30 gallons of water in a single blast that is 30 feet long and 1 foot wide, I would say sort of. You wouldn't be able to use it like a jetpack where you could just fly around like. But I would say you would be allowed to use it for one quick short burst of like a jump. Like you go, activation word 3, let's say geyser blast, right? If that's your and you could go, and you could shoot over a chasm that so long that's like 30 feet or less. But you would get 1 shot, and that's it. Or you could get up to a high ledge, but you couldn't like fly around with like, because you have to use it once every turn, and a turn is 6 seconds. So that means you shoot it once, and then for 6 seconds you're falling. I think you would fall 30 feet in 6 seconds. So it would be, you would just constantly be going 30 feet up and then 30 feet down and then 30 feet up. Like how long does it take a person to fall 30 feet? So it takes 1 second. It takes a person about 1 second to reach a speed of 32 feet per second. So yeah, within a second, you'd already fall. Yeah. I was putting timeout on YouTube. I'm the tricky one, by the way. Why were you put on timeout? That's weird. The fire hose throwing someone around the room, but harness it. Depends on how heavy you are and what you're standing on. Normal human on ice, I'd say yes. Normal human in space, absolutely not. Normal human on dirt or stone, probably not. Get a few more and strap them in a cart, then let's talk. Yeah. So again, if you were in space, you could definitely use it to, like, you could fly. But in, let's say, normal situations, you wouldn't be able to constantly do it. I wasn't allowed to make my case on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know why it put you on timeout on YouTube. That might be the bot auto getting pissy. Also, can I be taken out of timeout on YouTube? I'm honestly not 100% sure how to do that. That was my bot doing that. It'll take you out after a certain amount of time. It should be timed. So sorry about that. I will try and look into that later. We'll try save the message that got you put in timeout, and the next time we're in stream without Andrew, let me know and we'll try and work on it together. Okay? That's my promise to you. Remind me. I didn't put you in timeout. As you can see, my hands are like this. I don't know what happened there. I need YouTube mods is what I need. I don't have enough people watching on YouTube to have YouTube mods. Coming from some other plane, and thus not equal and opposite reaction. You ever seen a real fire hose move someone? Those have a flow rate of 25 gallons in 6 seconds. This is 30. Yes, but it immediately stops. So it's 30 seconds for 1 second and then stops. It's not 30. Like the way I read this, it produces 30 gallons of water that gushes forth in a geyser 30 feet long and 1 foot wide as a bonus action while holding the canter. You can aim the geyser at a creature, see 30 feet and target must blah, blah. To me, it sounds like the way they're describing it is it's one quick burst of water and then it immediately stops. It's not a like constant 6 second blast. It's like a 1 second blast and then for 5 seconds you can't use it. YouTube bot is pissed. It didn't like it. Maybe because I'm the only one in YouTube chat, it saw me as a spam. No, it's something else. It's Stream Elements. I think I have a thing that reduces how much you. I'll look into it later. I can be YouTube mod if you want. We'll talk about it, tricky one. If you show up to enough streams, and I think you're a good chatter, and which you seem like you're a good chatter so far. Then we'll talk about it. But I don't want to just let anyone be a mod at this point. I'll shadow clone Jutsu myself to mod YouTube simultaneously. Pog. If you attach one to a cart, it's like having a nitro burst. That's fair. I don't know what I said. Probably what put you in timeout was you had you probably typed too long of a sentence, and the bot was like, "This person's spamming paragraphs." Because I do have one for that. I want to see how it worked and how much it messed with the chat. Anyways, I really have to get going. If you want to talk about this more, go in the Discord. I'm always on Discord. I will always see the messages there. Thank you all for joining me. That's from 30 gallons in 1 second. Would definitely be able to throw you a person probably 20, 60 feet. If you can say it can throw you 26 feet, I totally be. Again, I'd be fine with it being used as like a high jump or a long jump in really quickly for one turn and oh, I need to get over this chasm. But using it as a jetpack, I'd say no. Just because One, it's an uncommon item. A jetpack as an uncommon item in D&D is broken. And two, that's not how it plays out in my head. If you want a visual example, look up, let's see, Super Mario Sunshine All Flood attachments. There's the jetpack attachment and the rocket attachment. The way this describes is like the rocket attachment, not the jetpack. So just look up that and you'll see what I mean. All right, anyways. Oops. I have to go. Thank you all so much for joining me. We're going to just quickly end the stream. We're not going to raid anybody, unfortunately. But until I come back on Magical Monday to stream something with you guys, stay safe, stay smart, stay healthy, be thankful for everything and everyone in your life. I hope you love my new camera. I hope you enjoyed Fantasy Friday and building this world with me, because I enjoyed it so much. And remember, the number one rule here in the Dragon's Den, don't believe in yourself. Believe in me. Who believes in you? Bye-bye, chat.